Our phones are going to blow up.
The future is bright indeed. We're all of us dreaming of the better days ahead, and a part of your bright new future could be a move to where the magic lives in the greater Orlando area of Florida. One of the biggest decisions you'll make when considering a move is selecting a realtor who can successfully match you with the right home in the right location at the right price. Victor Naraki is the realtor who can help you make the move you've always wanted to. Whether you're a first-time homeowner or looking to move near Disney World, Victor is in your corner. If you are looking for an experienced real estate agent covering all of Central Florida, please visit DisneyAtYourDoorstep.com today and find out just why you should work with Victor. I encourage you to create a free, no-obligation account on his website. By doing so, you'll unlock the website's full potential and be able to enter specific criteria, save listings, and browse new properties sent to your email. Visit DisneyAtYourDoorstep.com today or visit his Facebook page, Victor Naraki Realtor. And don't forget to tell him the Grand Circle Tour podcast sent you.
All right, coming up on the Grand Central Tour podcast live, we are having no idea what we're talking about. It's a total mishmash episode. So join us and have some fun, won't you? And we are live from Facebook, YouTube, and places unknown.
Anywhere you want us to be, there we are. Guys, really quick, Victor is our sponsor, and long before he was our sponsor, I'm moving to Orlando next year, and I picked Victor to be my real estate agent because I trust him, and I know I'm in excellent hands with him. So If you're doing like me, pick Victor.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what are we talking about tonight? Does anyone have any idea whatsoever?
Not a clue.
Stan's not here, so we are just going to we're probably going to be like bumper cars bumping into each other, the walls, who knows?
Hi, Katie.
What happens when a skipper, a ringmaster, and a mission commander get together without the captain?
Mess. Hey, Mary.
Hey, Mary.
I'm pretty sure we will not be.
Mary, aren't you supposed to be having fun right now at Disney World?
Yeah, Mary's at Disney, and
come on.
Everybody is.
Everyone's at Disney but us. It's
I was off at a Disney-ish place, recently.
No, you were at Disney. Don't lie. Aulani is Disney.
Yeah. Justin just got home from Aulani Saturday.
I got back Saturday, but my Saturday started on Friday morning, so it was a long
may not
day.
notice, poor Justin flew all day Saturday, Sunday morning, 8 a.m. Ring, ring. Hey, we're doing Marvel. Get on the show.
I thought you were going to say Justin flew all day Saturday, and boy, were his arms tired.
Even a jungle skipper is going to skip over that joke.
I thought that one was coming for sure.
Yeah, I was literally watching those 2 episodes on the plane on the way home.
We were all tired.
Them the next morning.
Yeah, we were all so tired yesterday morning. But poor Justin, you could just see it. He was like, "What?
What day
and you
is
still
what is
were
my
more
name?
You watched 2 episodes the night before. You traveled all day, and you were still more prepared than the rest of us."
That's funny. Hi, Aunt Carolyn.
What's up, everybody?
Hey, so let's see. We got Steve, we got Carolyn, we got
Hi, everyone.
Mary, Chris, Katie.
Everyone's on vacation but us. As of Friday, I am literally 5 months to the day from my Disney trip, and if I could just pull a Sleeping Beauty and nap the next 5 months away, I would.
That would be nice, right?
Hi, Tina.
Hi, Tina.
I'm ready for some Disney.
I bet.
Oh, I bet you are. How long has it been since you've been to Disney parks?
It has been 13 months now.
Oh,
13 months.
Hi,
Thanks,
Michael.
COVID.
Right. See, that's like 13 too many. I'm pretty
It's
sure.
13 way too many. I'm ready to get out of this house and just run around like a hyperactive child and play with no adult supervision.
So Justin just got home.
How is that different from when you're in the house running around like a hyperactive child?
No different.
I can't run as far in the house. I just do like Homer. Woo, 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 woo.
So you've been planning Alani forever, right? So my problem when I come back from a trip that I've been planning forever is like I'm depressed after. Are you depressed right now?
I was seriously sad that last day when we had to like get up in the morning. So we even got up early and we hit the lazy river like that one last time, went around like 3 times in the lazy river before we had to like, okay, we have to get out and check out.
Go. Yeah.
But we were both just kind of sad because we had been there and it was so wonderful and spectacular and we didn't want to go. So
Hawaii is literally paradise. It is the most beautiful place on earth. And I know for me, I suffer heartbreak when I leave. Hey, Ethan.
Yeah. So T9 said it's been 25 months for her since her Disney. And I know she had something planned, but they were talking about canceling it, and I know she was going to cancel her husband if he canceled it. So T9, do you have a date yet, or did that get bumped back?
Let's see. Carolyn says she's going to be in Disney Springs coming up, so that's cool.
I know.
Carolyn, I'm jealous of you and everybody else.
To go with her.
There is a chance I may fly home at Christmas if it's possible, and if I do, I will be at Disneyland for Christmas.
So, speaking of Disneyland at Christmas, Jay sent an article a little bit ago from Mice Chat, and in that article they were talking about the Magic Key for Disneyland, and I just saw a post on someone else's Instagram page that for Magic Key holders, it's already blocked. It's already booked. Like it's already completely blocked out. Is December 25th.
Just Christmas Day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's crazy. So going into that news, there's a lot of very unhappy Magic Key holders.
No, stop.
What?
No, stop. I'm shocked.
So from what I can see is that Disney isn't allowing same-day reservations if you're a Magic Key holder. And maybe it's just because it's booked but so this is their way around because we thought they were going to get rid of annual passes altogether, right? Because it was mostly just inundated with annual pass holders. So what it appears that they did. Hi, Katie.
Hi, Katie.
What it appears that they did was, so say they have 25,000 capacity, which we know it's more than that, but 25,000 capacity. They're only allowing, say, 7,000 capacity of of Magic Key holders.
Derek.
Instead of just letting them, hi, Derek. Oh, and they can do, so that's what it seems to be. And I guess that's their way around it. But those people that are paying $1,300, $1,400 for their Magic Keys are not very happy. Me, on the other hand, I'm like, well, that actually worked out well because I have the lowest pass. So I have to plan anyways. And so far, so good. I'm not having any problems getting the days that I want because I am already planning so far in advance.
Wait, are you going on Christmas Day?
No.
Oh, because I was saying we're going together if you're going on Christmas Day. When I come home, I won't pull a Georgian flake on you.
I did find him at Legoland, though.
It's funny, Holly. because you have I don't know which one you have. You have the key, the dream, the magic, the pineapple, banana, apple, cherry.
I don't know.
I cannot tell the difference between the Disneyland passes and the Disney World ones. I know Pixie, Pirate, Princess, Incredicoaster,
They're
but with
all
Disneyland,
horrible.
I
think they're all
cannot
horrible.
tell you which one is which.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's a
all the
scheme.
names
You
are-
pick a name you like, it just gets stuck with the price.
So we got the lime, we got the coconut, we got the we don't
Yeah, exactly. Then he said, yeah, the Dream Key has no blackout dates until there's 100 blackout dates because you can't get a reservation. So I know. I don't know. So that was in that article. So we'll see how it is going forward. But I know that I was a little bit nervous because I have like specific dates that I want to go, need to go, because I don't have a lot of opening days. And but like I said, so far so good. So we'll see how it is for me going forward. But I'm like, oh, I think I made the right choice by getting the lowest pass.
I plan on getting the Pixie Pass we go, and it's the lowest pass for all of Walt Disney World, but it's the old weekday pass. I can't go on the weekends, and I can't go Thanksgiving. I can't go at Christmas.
Right.
Woohoo! That's exactly what I want. I just want to go Monday through Friday. Yeah. It blocks me out the times that I'm not going to go anyway. So it's funny. The lowest pass is the perfect one for me.
Works out for you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That just goes to show. I mean, everyone has something that it's good for.
Yeah.
It's like
Let me take this full circle. When I buy, when Victor Naraki helps me buy my house through DisneyAtYourDoorstep.com, I will have my annual pass again.
So
but one of the good things that they are doing.
Sorry,
we didn't do a tip of the week, but I didn't have one.
Yeah, I was going to ask if we had a tip of the week this week.
The only ones that come to mind, I can't say.
I can find one real quick. I have a list of them.
The tip is when you go into a Magic Kingdom park, head left, not right.
At everywhere, whenever the lines go off in two directions, go left.
Everyone goes to Tomorrowland, go to New Orleans. Yeah.
So Derek said he can't plan ahead, and it is unfortunate for those days when we're like out and about by Disneyland and we can't just say, oh, let's pop in there for a couple hours. So that is unfortunate in that aspect. But for the most part, I'm like a big time planner. So
here we go. Michael has a tip of the week for us. Don't plan on Disneyland for Christmas.
Exactly. And don't take kids to Disney parks.
Hey, Disney is no place for children.
Holly's finding out what I've known all along. It's more fun if you leave the kids at home. Give them a chore list. If it's done, maybe you can go next time if you're good.
Okay, I have to say this. My kids really don't like going with me because I don't let them stop for breaks. They have to eat as they walk, and I stay till closing. Well, we stay till after closing, and they're like dying to go home. So actually, when I threaten them of I'm not taking you next time, they're like, cool.
They're like, well, finally, we get a break.
Exactly.
Where's Monroe? I promised not to teach her the word mommy dearest. Mommy dearest, can we stop for a break? I'm going to die.
I know. So funny.
But that's how I am. I'm like an overactive child. You drop me off in the park, and I'm just going to wee till I fall asleep.
I know. Crazy.
I don't know if I'd have a house to come home to if I went without Tyler.
Well, they want to go until they're there, and I'm like, I'm not taking you next time. All you're doing is complaining. We have this many more rides to do. Get up, get moving. My feet hurt. I don't care. Like,
see, this is why I didn't have kids, because I'd be like, you don't want to go? There's a used child lot down the street. I'll get a new one. One that likes Mickey Mouse.
I'm sure we can trade you in for a new model. It's fine.
I don't care what they look like. Right? You just have to like Disney, unlike you.
Oh,
I want to say hi to Mindy. Mindy's at Disney World right now. Again,
so she's on her big 3-week trip there.
Extravaganza.
Yeah,
I swear everybody is there right now, like, or about to be there, and it's so funny because I didn't even think to try to go right now. Wasn't even Oh no. But
Yeah.
now
We would normally have like waited until later, like October probably to go, and it just turned out the way Monica's work schedule worked out that we kind of had to go earlier than we were planned to, but
right.
it was really ended up being really nice. I mean, the weather was wonderful while we were there, and for a change we got back, it was like 84 degrees here the day we were coming back, and usually we're coming back in like dead of winter. It's like 30 below, and we're wondering if our car is going to start in the airport parking lot.
Hey, Holly, I say we turn all eyes on Justin and just ask him about Hawaii for the next hour.
Right. 33 days. So Michael is going on a Halloween Disney cruise. So I've done the Maritime actually with Michael, and I really want to do a Halloween one someday. Sounds like so much fun.
We were planning at one point we were going to go on a Halloween one this year, and we ended up canceling because it was like up to Canada, and Canada wasn't letting anyone in.
Yeah.
Now, do you get to trick or treat on the ship, or is it just a Halloween party?
Yeah, so that's what I was just going to ask Michael. So, are you guys dressed? I'm assuming you guys are dressing up. I'm sure that's part of the thing. And is there like one particular night you dress up, or is it every night? And is there trick or treating? Which there would have to be, I would assume. But
you'd think there'd almost have to be like at least one night.
And I know they have the Halloween tree in the lobby of the ship, just like it's quite different because it's fake tree, and the one in Disneyland is real, but but still the same idea.
None of it is fake, Holly. It's all real.
It's all real. There's no backstage.
All real.
Yeah.
That's not a 4'11" woman in a costume. That's Mickey.
Okay, it's all real.
So T9 did say they canceled. I'm sorry.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Okay,
I'm ready.
Speaking of which, I know Holly was asking me if I had seen Goofy in his board shorts. We did finally get to see Goofy before we left.
Yeah.
So but did you get that picture with Mickey at the breakfast?
You know what? I got a picture of Mickey. It wasn't with me, but I got a picture of Mickey.
And how was the character breakfast? Because I told you the character dinner was terrible at Alani.
Well, so the character breakfast, I was a little. That was the one thing I was a little disappointed about in the whole trip. Okay. Because there was only like the two things of character. So like when you were checking in, they were like, okay, here it was Mickey and Pluto at that point. So okay, you had the photographer there. They took your picture with Mickey. And then you go back and you wait to get seated. And then when you were getting seated, they were like, okay, we're going to take you over to Chip and Dale. And there was the photographer there and took your picture. And that was it. That was it for characters for the entire time, for the entire breakfast.
Oh.
So then when we were sitting there, eating and whatnot, the one photographer, the photographer comes around and goes, okay, so the Mickey pictures, those were like a separate thing. So if you want those pictures, it's like $35 extra.
And you can't use your own phone to take the photos either. At least that's how it was when we were there.
So we were like, what? It's like, it's a character breakfast and we only have 2 characters and half of them aren't included.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay, but they were like, oh, but the Chip and Dale ones are included. Well, it turns out they're not really included either. Those were PhotoPass pictures. So to get those, you had to pay. It was $20 for the day pass of the PhotoPass to get those photos as well. So it's like,
did they do like a whole trip pass? When we went, it was like $99, and you got every photo included in that.
Yeah, that was the one thing so if we bought from Alani directly, that was all they could sell us, was the full length of stay pass for $99.
Yeah.
Is that
as it turned out, our character
Sorry.
breakfast and when we went to do some character meet and greets, were all done on the same day. So we just spent $20 on the app to get the 1 day pass.
Got it.
All of those.
Actually, no, Jay, we did at sunset down by the beach, they would have photographers down there. And so we got some really nice family photos that were included in that length of the stay photo pass. So that was for us, especially because this was 4 years ago. So no issues, tons of characters, lots and like I got hundreds of photos. So $99 was well worth it then.
For great family pictures in Hawaii, I'm happy to pay $100 because I can't.
Yeah, even
I
just
can't
for the
take a
family
picture.
photos.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so what did Michael say? So no trick-or-treating this year. And oh, how cute.
Oh, cool. That's fun.
So who's
That's
Charlie
awesome.
Brown?
That is awesome.
Yeah, so no trick-or-treating this year. I'm sure they'll give you some sort of goodies, though, some way or another, if you can't actually go trick-or-treating.
Stupid question, but do you go room to room and trick or treat? Or is there a thing like in the lobby or somewhere on the ship? Because
I'm gonna assume it's in the ship.
I would
wouldn't
say,
think you go
so.
door to
I mean,
door.
like the public areas is where you'd find it.
Yeah.
Steve says we ate at Topolino's and the characters walked around there. Yeah, and we did that too. The last time we were, that was like what, January or February when we were there. We did that, and yeah, that was actually pretty nice because you had the characters, they would walk around
and they
like one at a time. You had
so
a chance to take photos, and then they all came out for like kind of a dance party at the end, and so you had a lot more chance to like take some photos. But
yeah,
now one thing here at Alani, especially when you're on the lazy river, the characters would come out and be waving at you from the one bridge on both sides, so they could see you on both sides as you're going around the lazy river. So we had like these rye bags to have our phones in.
Oh yeah.
So that's where we got most of our character photos as we were like going around the lazy river and the characters would come out.
Got good paparazzi photos of the characters.
Goofy, give me a drink. I need another Mai Tai.
Now, how many times a day do those characters get splashed just standing there?
Well, they're pretty high up, so you'd have to splash pretty darn hard to get them wet.
Good to know.
When we went, Goofy was right there, like right as you're like loading in on the tubes. He was standing right there with his little board shorts on. It was super cute. But yeah, I'm sure that his costume had to be wet, especially with people coming up with them in their bathing suits taking photos. And I'll have to find those photos.
You guys keep saying Goofy, Mickey, Chip and Dale. Where's Moana? Where's Stitch?
Yeah, Moana was there, but she's just kind of meh. She's just over there, just I don't know.
So yeah, I have pictures of Moana. She was one of the characters waving from the bridge. We saw Stitch. Yeah, Stitch and Donald were there together. So we have pictures of both of them.
We never saw Stitch, so
he was up to no good.
Yeah, he was on another planet or something. I don't know. Bye, Michael. Oh, so Michael said that they're giving a bag in the cabin. It's like bag of goodies if you're under 18. Well, for how much you pay for that, I would want a bag of goodies too. Who cares if I'm under 18?
I am definitely a kid at heart. That's got to count for something, right?
I know I'm a big kid. I do have a tip though. If you are going to Mickey's Not So Scary, normally, don't try to bring your candy on the plane. They're not going to let you.
Really?
I had to stand behind a woman. I don't know what she did to make the TSA agent mad, but the lady decided to back the line up and make her pull every piece of candy out of her bag one at a time. And she had like the 4 pounds of candy from Mickey's and decided to bring it home. And the lady was like, no. And now that you made me mad, you're going to make everybody else mad.
I wonder why, because anytime we fly, we have all the kids and we have a ton of snacks that we bring on. But I know we have to separate it. So you have to like have it in different bags. Maybe she had it with everything else. But yeah, we have to separate it and then pull that out separately. But
yeah, it must have been something like that where it's like,
don't bring Play-Doh.
Following the rules. The TSA are all about rules. Just like aliens.
That's good though. We like those rules.
Yeah, it's one of those areas in life where I refuse to be a rule breaker. Just I will do whatever. Just get me through and on my tube and on my way.
Yeah.
That's true. Okay, so another thing that was in that article on this big topic this week is losing the virtual queue at Hollywood Studios for Rise. So I have to say that I think this kind of backfired on Bob a little bit because we assumed that it was going to be hours wait, right? And most people would wait 2 hours or what have you for this ride. And I saw somebody post that she rode it 3 times in one day and her longest wait time was 40 minutes. So it's actually benefiting people. And I don't know when they're going to
ride is working and not breaking down.
Well, because that was the whole reason for standby was it was a brand new ride with 3 different rides built into it. So if one went down, they all went down. So that's why they had the boarding groups. All right, my question was, are they rushing it for Lightning Lane, or do they finally have it fixed to where it can operate all day long?
No, they rushed it for Lightning Lane. So that way it would be a 2 or 3 hour wait. And people would say, I'm not waiting 3 hours. I'm going to pay $20 or whatever.
Right.
So far, I don't know. It seems to be working in guests' favor. So, because it is a ride that you do want to ride more than once. I know I do. But honestly, because I have the queue system figured out, I get a boarding pass every single time. So I really don't want to wait in line. But I mean, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, that's nothing. I would totally wait that long.
Between 30 and 40 is the max I'm willing to wait for a ride.
Yeah, and like when we were there, I mean, that was kind of like the wait for every ride at that point. Right. So
that's true. So I don't know. We'll see how this goes forward, but I don't know.
I don't know you guys, but I'm not hating on the Lightning Lanes. It's something where if I'm there with a bunch of people I want to be with, and there's select attractions that are make or break for me, if I can utilize that to get everyone on, great. But other than that, if it's just us,
I'm hating on the price. That's what I'm hating on. Like how they had it at Disneyland, the Max Pass, $10 when it first came out, $20 for the whole day. I mean, even $10 for 3 rides. Do that.
Well, and it's funny because at $10, Max Pass felt like a deal, but at $20, it felt like a ripoff.
Yeah.
So somewhere in that $10 bill, I went from loving it to hating it.
Exactly. Well, I mean, when you double the price of anything, then it kind of hurts.
And the fact that it's like this is something that we've had for free for so long, and then all of a sudden it's like not only is it like we're going to charge, but it's going to be like tiered charging, and this counts and this
and outrageous. It seems like it's going to be outrageous. It's not like $3 or $5. It's like we're talking like $20. Like that's crazy
for one ride.
That's
for
like
one
a
person.
whole like price increase for the ticket at that point,
right? Yeah.
I can see it being a great service, but I can see where it's just going to make people mad.
Right. So it's sad to see the signage and everything starting to come down for fast passes and the Lightning Lane coming up. So, but yeah, so I'm curious to see when they're going to do this at Disneyland as well. So
it's coming. They're already putting the Lightning Lane signs up at Disneyland.
Yeah. But so getting rid of the virtual queue. So somebody thought that it would probably come back eventually because it's still on the app on My Disney Experience for Disney World. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe depending on the type of year, if it's so crowded, they might bring it back. Who knows? We never know.
It's one of those things. It's like once they've built something, they're going to keep it around in case they need it. So it'll come back in some way, shape, or form because they now have the technology already built. So why not use it when they need it?
We're just all at the whims of our Lord Bob, I guess, at this point. Whatever Bobby Pasta feels is what we have to do.
Bobby Pasta.
Okay, so TTA called it the Tomorrowland Transit Authority podcast called him that, and I have not been able to not call him Bobby Pasta since then.
That's so funny.
I love it just because it sounds so silly.
And it just works.
Right.
So thanks, TTA. It's your fault I call him Bobby Pasta, and it's Disney Dan's fault I call him Yellow Shoes.
Good to know where all of these weird nicknames come from.
Like a horn of plenty. Just shove the information, it'll come out somewhere.
So I talked about this on our coffee talk, but obviously it wasn't video. So a couple weeks ago, we did at Downtown Disney, we did the Pluto's Pumpkin Pursuit, which is like the egg hunting, but obviously it's pumpkins. So here's the little cards that you get. So there were the stickers on the back. There's 13 pumpkins. There's all the different characters. So all the pumpkins are painted and they're hidden all throughout Downtown Disney, mostly on top of buildings. There was a couple that were in the windows. And then you get, after you complete it, you go to the Redemption Center and you get to choose between one of 4 of the little tumblers. So this was,
cool.
Monroe picked this one.
Cute.
That is cute. I love that.
And then Lincoln picked this one.
That one's cuter. I like that one better.
Yeah. And now I honestly can't remember what the other 2 were, but these were the ones that I was hoping they would pick. So let's just say that. But and which I mentioned this before, I think that this, I mean, it was $10. It was a nice little, and you can use your magic key for discount on top of that $10. But I prefer these prizes over the little eggs that they give away. And like I said, I know people collect the little eggs, but for me, I just find the body parts of the egg all over my house. And these, you know, they can actually use them. So I prefer that than the eggs. And I don't know what they know. I know the eggs are collectors. I don't know what they normally do for the pumpkin one. If they normally do pumpkin, because I'm new to all this. I took it all for granted. I never did any of this. So now we're doing it all. So
well, it's $10. It's $10 to do Pluto's, right?
It's what? I'm sorry.
It was $10 to do Pluto's.
Yeah, it's $10.
So that mug, if you grab that on the way out of the Emporium, it would normally be $20. So for $10, you get a mug and you get to have fun.
Exactly. Yeah. And the kids love it. And in this situation, we met with several other moms that we met on Instagram. Some dads came too. And there were 17 kids. So I know my kids had a lot of fun. We looked ridiculous. So it looked like we were a field trip. It was out of control, but it was a lot of fun.
Were you as tired as Justin driving home as he was coming home from the trip?
No, because I didn't get to go in the parks that day. I was blocked out. So no, I wasn't tired. I was ready to go. But yeah, so that's fun. Have they always had the pumpkin one, Jay? Do you remember? I know that they've always done the Easter egg one, but I don't know.
The Easter egg one's fairly new. They've only started that in the last like 10 or 15 years.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I've never heard of the pumpkin one.
Sorry, my dog's underneath me trying to get attention.
I thought you had a scratch.
He hasn't quite comprehended the daddy works at home thing yet. It's kind of, we're still working on that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's only been however many months, right?
13.
Too many?
So I know that you guys want to talk about the new movies coming out. There's a couple movies.
Well, television shorts. So Disney Plus has some Halloween specials coming out. So we've got one for Lego Star Wars. That's called Terrifying Tales. That comes out October 1st. So that's coming up. And then there's the Muppets Haunted Mansion. I think I have trailers for both of them if we want to take a look at one of them.
Yeah.
And
I haven't seen either one of them. So the trailers.
Let's start with the Lego one because that one's coming up first.
Okay.
So let's see if I can do this here. Hold on.
I got a bad feeling about this. What is this place?
Castle Vader, the galaxy's first all-inclusive luxury theme resort.
Feel the power of the dark side at the Empire Emporium. Now open.
Within these walls lies tales almost too terrifying to tell. Would you like to hear them?
Was that lightning inside? That's a big one!
The legendary tales of the Sith speak of the thirst for power.
Oh no. Join us then and take what you want.
Will you please? This isn't fun!
The devotion of the undead. And submitted for your approval. A tale of desire.
I wish I was a pilot.
Join the Imperial Academy.
I will train you.
Oh, yeah!
Is that really what happened?
No, it's not.
Be afraid! Be very afraid!
So, what do you think?
A little on the nose is what I think.
Everyone gets scared, kid. Without fear, you can't have courage.
Here's B14961138.
Oh, that was a lot of fun. That
really...
was like a lot of fun. That's not terrifying. That's more hilarious. I love
Yeah.
that style of humor. I loved it in the other Lego Star Wars specials, and I love it here.
All the Lego movies are like that. They're so funny.
But where is Baby Yoda?
I
He was in
know.
he was in the Christmas special. If he's not in this one, I'm out.
Maybe it's a surprise. Maybe he's the treat.
I'm really happy though to see that prequels content, they keep using it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they're bringing in all of those. I was trying to think. Is that the kid from the Freemaker, Freemasons, Freemakers? Freemakers. There we go. I think that was the kid from Freemakers that was there in that as well. So they're bringing in all of those characters as well. So that
And
that
how
looks like a
long
lot
is
of
that?
fun.
You said it was a short.
I don't know the exact length.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's going to be like a half hour sort of thing.
How long was the Christmas one last year?
That was pretty short as well.
Yeah.
Let's
get to the good one, the one everybody wants to talk about.
Yeah.
Oh well,
we had our dinner. Let's have our desserts.
Okay, fine. We talked about the one.
Fear and fright lovers.
Oh, sorry. Okay, live, everyone. I'm new to this. Okay, give me a break.
Justin, you're doing great.
Thanks, Fear and Fright lovers. I'm the Great Gonzo. And I'm Bibbidi King Prong. And we're here to tell you about our all-new terrifying tale of total scariness, Muppets Haunted Mansion. Keeps me up. This fall, prepare to experience your most hilarious and harrowing Halloween ever, Muppets Haunted Mansion. How'd you do this? Well, it's easy. Try it. Muppets Haunted Mansion. I think more oomph for you. Muppets Haunted Mansion! No. Muppets Haunted Mansion! You know, this is going to take a while. Muppets Haunted Mansion! We'll see you this fall on Disney Plus, Muppets Haunted Mansion. Unbelievable! Muppets Haunted Mansion! Muppets Haunted Mansion! Muppets Haunted Mansion. That's what I said! Muppets Haunted Mansion! Muppets Haunted Mansion! What? Unbelievable.
That's funny.
I was laughing out loud as we were watching that.
Oh, yeah. I think this one is going to be a lot of fun. And, you know, I'm a big fan of the Haunted Mansion to start with. I'm a big fan of the Muppets, and it really looks to me like this is something that's going to bring them together very well.
I'm surprised
as
taken
Madame
this
Leota.
long.
Sorry, what was that, Jay?
I'm surprised it's taken them this long to do the Muppets anywhere in a Disney ride.
You know,
yeah.
For some reason, Disney has just been having trouble figuring out what to do with the Muppets. Yeah. And it's like, it should not be this difficult. And this looks like something where it already looks like they've got it right. So I'm really hoping this one works.
Yeah.
I bet you this
funny.
is going to be the new Charlie. It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Oh,
Maybe.
I would watch it every year. I'm sure of it. I mean, haven't seen it yet.
I'm
but-
going to be totally bitterly honest here. I watched the Star Wars one and went, okay, fine, yeah. But I watched the Muppets one, and that wasn't even the full trailer. That was just a little pre-trailer.
That's just a little teaser.
Just that, I want to see this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when did you see that one? Comes out the 3rd?
8th.
The 8th.
The 8th. Oh gosh, feels like forever.
Yeah, that's like a whole week. Oh my god.
It's Monday. That's almost 2 weeks.
Exactly. Maybe they'll do a Muppets overlay at Disney World.
No, I saw
you stop that right now. If Bobby Pasta hears it, it's done. We'll never get rid of it. I actually saw something about that, like a rumor about them doing at least like a pre-show or something at the Muppet Theater using the Haunted Mansion bit. So that's fine, but no more mansion overlays, please. One is enough.
I specifically try to go to Disneyland outside of that time frame just so I can see the original Haunted Mansion instead of the overlay, because it's there, and that overlay is there for so long,
like 2 months. Yeah,
but it's 6 months out of the year we lose the mansion because of it. And I think that's my if you guys could do it up in a week, if it was only for like a shorter time, I'd be into
it. It is,
but it's so long. Yeah, and it's 3 months on operation and 3 months taking it up, putting it down.
Yeah, and even then, it's like it's so different from the Haunted Mansion proper, as it were.
And I'm not trashing it. It's a great overlay. I'm such an OG Mansion fan to lose it for that long out of the year. It's kind of
every year. All the time,
going to Disney World better now. I don't have to worry about it.
That's true. That's true.
That's 20 years of Haunted Mansion holiday this year.
God, I suppose you're right.
20 years.
Okay, so that is so funny because you just had a light bulb go off in my head, because when I wrote it the other day, there was a pumpkin in one of the scenes and it was carved with a 2 and a 0, and I kept meaning to ask you what the 20 was for. Oh, that's what it was for.
I still have my old copies of the Disneyland line about it, turning into the holiday for the first time. That was the cast member publication that we get every week. Wow. And I think I took like a stack of 50 and took them home.
Yeah, that's good.
I still have them.
That's pretty cool. I know. I save park maps for that reason too. Like when a new attraction comes out, or that's fun.
Do you ever frame them?
No, I just have them in a file drawer. Like you can't, I don't know. They're sad.
When Victor Naraki of DisneyAtYourDoorstep.com helps me buy my new house in Orlando when I move, we're taking all of those and we're going to frame them and put all of the Disney stuff, the Disney maps in the guest room.
You should make wallpaper out of them.
It's a good idea. It's a really good idea.
That would be
but get them
so
from
fun.
all over the world throughout the years.
Yeah. And then you know what I wish? What do I have for my hair? I wish.
Holly,
that
I'm loving your headband. I'm loving your headband.
Oh, thanks. Where are they? My husband tried to throw them away the other day. I have them around here somewhere. My old Fast Pass tickets, and I'm like, don't touch them. The little paper tickets. I'm like, this is so sad. But yeah,
we're gonna put them on eBay one day.
No way. I'm going to make wallpaper. But I wish I had more.
That's actually a really cute idea. I hadn't thought of that before.
How sad. I don't know where they're at. Anyways. So another thing in that article was about the Disneyland, the Merriest Nights party coming. And it's crazy because I was on there at 5 something in the morning to buy tickets for it. And they're still not sold out. So that says a lot about it. And
key holders can't come in on Christmas Day, but yeah, the party, any day you want to go, lots and lots of tickets are available. And I'm wondering why people just are skipping it this year.
Well, because I just saw like an event, and of course I'm like, oh, I gotta do it. Can't be left out. Gotta do it, right? There's no, like, all the other parties, they have some sort of, I don't know, something. They have snacks or treats or special shows or parades or something. And so far, there doesn't seem to be any of that for this. And at $165 a ticket, it's, I don't know. So
not worth it.
Yeah, so I'm going, but I'm going by myself. I'm going with
are the kids going?
No, I'm going with my sister because we're like, okay, at 165, we want to check it out, but we're not going to pay for everybody else to check it out. So we're just going with us two.
That's such an outrageous price point for 3 hours in the parks.
That's a lot of money.
It really is. So anyway, so they announced something that's supposed to help maybe sell tickets, but I mean, it's cool, and I'm going to check it out and see what it's all about. But they're going to do some sort of special dinner at Blue Bayou. But Blue Bayou, which means it's going to have a big price tag, and you're already in there for only 4 hours, and then you're going to take an hour, and you know it's going to be expensive. So I'll see what it's all about, but
because really, for 3 hours, you're paying $55 per hour to be there,
right? And then parking, and you don't get any extras going in. Normally, you get cookies or popcorn or whatever, and then to waste at least an hour. So I don't know what this is going to be about. They just gave like a sneak preview of coming soon, Blue Bayou for ticketed for Mary's Nights. And I don't know, it might be really cool, but it's going to be at least $75 a person.
Yeah, I was thinking it's going to be like Cruella's at Mickey's, where it's an extra $100 to go into Tony's for the evening. On top of the ticket you've already bought.
Right. So for Oogie Boogie, we are booked for a dinner and then the dessert party. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm going to cancel both of them because of the price tag. And once again, actually, Oogie Boogie looks really cool. It looks like they have a lot of extras and they're totally transforming the park. So I think that's going to really be worth what we paid, which I don't remember what it was, like 124 or something. But I really think we're going to cancel both of them because once again, you get like reserved seating for the parade, but I don't think it's necessary because I don't think it's busy enough to where, and they have 2 showings of the parade. So I don't think we have to have reserved seating. And the menu for the dinner is, I'd probably rather just snack around and
for $160, I want Mickey to hand me a wrapped present on the way out, and it can't be something like
I don't know. So
I want
I'm
something
wondering,
good.
So they only have 2 dates left, but remember they only did 5 nights, which I thought they were going to go in seconds because 5 nights. So I'm kind of hoping that because it didn't sell out, that they're not going to do it again next year, because I think that this was like testing the waters to see if they're going to do what they do at Disney World, where they do all these Christmas parties. And like, I think it was like $200 for the Christmas party this year at Disney World, which is insane. And so I'm kind of hoping that it was a flop so they don't try to do that, because we're so lucky at Disneyland. They give us the parade, the nighttime Christmas parade, and the nighttime projections and fireworks without having to pay for an extra ticketed event. So hopefully, Bob, it didn't work. It didn't work, Bob. So, but either way, I get to go and check it out.
They're always going to be testing the waters, though, to see what they can get away with. Basically, what will people pay for? Where, how much is too much?
And you guys have already talked about this. I'm one of those people at the end of the day, I divide like the number of hours by the ticket price, and I know how much I've spent per hour to be there that day. And so going into it, I'm like, you want how much per hour? No. No, I've done this before.
For Oogie Boogie, for the dinner, it was additional $55, which isn't bad for a 3-course dinner for that. But then the dessert party was, I think, $85 a person. And it wasn't like a dessert bar where I think it used to be, where you go up like buffet, like dessert.
Mhm.
They literally hand you a plate of a couple desserts and then you do get alcohol. But I mean, $85 a person plus tax and gratuity. I can go grab a couple drinks and walk around.
Ruth Chris is literally 20 minutes down the road. On Harvard.
Yeah. So anyway, so I still have the reservations. I haven't canceled them just in case I'm like, no, I changed my mind. But we're not going for another almost a month. So, but anyway, so I'm very curious to see if they're going to add more perks to the Merriest Nights to try to get those other 2 dates sold off, or to make it people more excited about it. Because so far, it didn't do very well.
I don't know about you guys, but the 3 weeks leading up to Christmas is the busiest time of year for me. It's party, 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 work, party, 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 party,
Yeah.
party. And so many people coming and going that I love going to the parks, but it's kind of a perk to go at Christmas because there's so much going on every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday during that time.
Mhm.
Yep. That is
We lost her.
true.
Oh, there.
We'll see. I think
Only
that's
lost her for a
pretty much
moment.
it for that.
I'm always
article.
afraid it's going to freeze when I'm making a funny face.
Like me that one time. Too funny. What else we got?
What else do we have? What else is going on?
Those are all my notes from the article.
We're stuck.
Yeah.
The show this week will be coming out on Friday, not Thursday and Wednesday, unfortunately. So look for this week's episode of the Grand Circle Tour in your podcast feeds on Friday, along with Coffee Talk, hopefully on Saturday morning.
Cool.
Yeah.
And what's the topic?
I have no idea.
Oh,
it's only Monday. We haven't got Saturday yet. This week's episode, Mindy called in from Walt Disney World. So you guys talked to her, and that's what you guys are going to hear on Friday.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we did sort of a dual trip report, kind of like her kind of partway through, and me kind of like
Cool.
teasing what's coming up with my trip report, because I am doing a full trip report on the solo show. So that's where you can tune in to hear
And I just
all of the gory details.
Want to be there to Eve. I won't say a word. I turn my mic. I just want to listen to you talk about Hawaii because I could never get enough.
I know. I love all his. I was happy to see you posting so many photos.
You know, it was a lot of fun to kind of put those together, and had to use Volcano Day for the day we hiked up Diamond Head Crater, because I was like, Jay will get it. Jay will get the reference there.
So you just said Volcano Day. I got it. I have a question I want to ask you guys and the passengers. So I haven't done a character dining probably in a good 15, maybe 20 years. So I'm thinking my next trip, maybe I'm going to bite the bullet and actually do character dining.
Mm-hmm.
Which one would Skipper Jay like the most?
You have to do Topolino's.
Topolino's it's just a great experience to be there at the Riviera. It's
Yes.
such a gorgeous view to look out, even, and the food is good. You get like the whole bucket of pastries. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And even now, and like when it was like, kind of COVID times,
Mhm.
it was still a great experience. You had the characters coming out, you had a great opportunity to get photos with them, and then like I said, they came out and did like an extra dance at the end, so you got even more photos.
I
It was a
actually
really good experience.
prefer the way the character dining is now, because before I felt like we're always like rushing to eat and worried about when the character is going to come over to take photos, and you're always concerned, oh, I can't take a bite because here comes a character. And this way they come up like just like behind you or whatever, and if they see you going to take like a selfie or something, they'll kind of pause right behind
Photobomb you.
But yeah, so I prefer it better. And I know for the little kids it's not the same because they don't get to hug them, but
Mhm.
I think if they don't know any better, then they still think it's cool to see all the characters walking by and dancing and waving and pausing behind them to take photos. So I think it's more of a relaxing experience than the.
Because I'm one of
Oh
those.
my gosh,
I
here
don't
they
like
come.
it when they come and sing at my table. I just want to run.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one thing about all of this, you know, even with like with the cavalcades and with the kind of like distant meet and greets and such, it seems like you get better photos because now they're deliberately trying to pose well for your photos. Whereas before it seemed like they were always like turning around. It's like you try to take a picture and their back is turned.
Well, and I like how it fills up the space. It's more like they live there and interact there.
Yeah, definitely. I know we had a really cool interaction with Cinderella the other day. She was just out there on the grass right in front of the castle. And she was like, okay, if you guys want a photo, and she was like, line up. And she had like 4 little girls lined up and she's like, turn around. And then she posed like behind each one of them. And then she's like, okay, I have to go feed the mice now. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's so easy now, not a huge hour-long line. And so this is one thing that I'm really enjoying. So
because I have to say I did like the characters better before when they were random. It wasn't go stand at this point for this long to get this picture. When you would just turn the corner, all of a sudden their character was anything that makes it feel like they're real and live this environment.
And now they do funny stuff. Like Tigger was hopping around, like I don't know, in the grass again, or Alice will be over there. She was looking at pretend frogs or something. And like, I don't know, it's so cute because like you said, they're in the environment and all the time I turn a corner and there's somebody there like in a spot that you
even at Alani when Goofy was coming up for his photo opportunity, he was doing this whole bit where he was like tripping and and kind of stumbling around and having basically being Goofy as he's kind of coming up to where they was going to take the picture.
Have you seen the video of Goofy in Disneyland right now? He has a skeleton outfit on, his skeleton costume. So he goes around like behind the cast members and like pretends like he's a ghost and like runs around all over by the train station. So that's super cute. Like, I don't know. I think it's way better how it is right now. Way, way better.
So one of my all-time favorite character interactions was probably 4 or 5 years ago, but it was walking through Norton Square and literally bumping into Dr. Facilier and then having him be the character for a good 5 minutes. And just like, I think you could tell, I was like, all right, cool, got to go. And he's like, no, victim, stay here. I'm going to play this part for you right now.
Yeah. And like Sally and Jack are up on the terrace right now at the Haunted Mansion, just like cruising around. Although Jack is horrible. He looks like an alien. He doesn't look like a skeleton, but I don't know. But
it's a really hard part to fill.
Yeah, it's horrible. But anyway, so like you said, they're living in the mansion at their overlay.
Can I kick them out? Can I like, here's your eviction notice, get out?
So funny.
And take all your decorations with you.
Yeah. Do you like Ferris Bueller? I want this house clean when I get back. I'm gonna be checking that crystal egg on the mantelpiece.
No.
I think you're mixing your movies up, but
I'm totally mixing my movies up, but you know.
But I'm old enough to know what movies you're talking about.
Thank you.
There you go. Well, so we are kind of coming up to the end here with our totally mishmash, no topic needed episode.
Hey, we did great.
But I want to thank Jay and Holly for joining us tonight and all of the people who tuned in to watch us babble at each other for an hour.
And don't forget, Mondays before us is WDW POV with Jeff and Marcus. I was watching them before our show and they actually had to, I think they cut it short because they had to, well, at least I had to get off too to go eat dinner, but they were heading out to Disney World as well. So Jeff had to leave the show and just leave Marcus in charge to go pack. So I don't know. I think they'll probably be back next Monday as well, but they're on right before us. So
Seriously, Holly, everyone's at Disney but us. What the heck?
I didn't feel left out before, but now I really am.
Let's ditch everyone and we'll just go together.
Oh, it's really cheap right now, the flights, apparently.
All I know is that when you do go to Disney, Jay, you have to remind Dan that you're at Disney.
I'm not like certain ex co-hosts. I let people know when I'm in town. I don't ditch people. I'm not rude and mannerless like certain ex co-hosts. I won't name George. I value my friendships with people, and I don't make them feel, unwanted at Disney. George,
so funny.
He can't defend himself, so we can do the whole pick on George hour.
Nah.
Yeah, we did that 2 weeks ago.
Okay, bye guys.
All right, goodbye everyone. Thanks for joining us.
We need a new